So hello and welcome one and all on a night which is anything but welcoming. The rain is tumbling down here, you can see it against the floodlights. It gives an added sense of drama to a game which was already in itself deemed dramatic. The conditions here will play a substantial part. I'm your commentator Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. And we rise now for the English national anthem. It is a true heavyweight clash.
Well, on the face of it, Peter, we would appear to have a high-caliber meeting with very little at stake. But then you consider a chance for one or two of the fringe players to get a look in, and this becomes a big incentive. It changes the dynamic. So there's plenty at stake for them, which will do no harm to the energy levels and the overall conviction, and hopefully the style of contest.
And as you can see, we've already started here. Saka, Bellingham, looking to play him in. Well, that is one way to stop him. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
I'm a real fan of this fella, Lewis Skelly, who I see as a real all-round midfielder. He can do everything. I've seen him play every role from a number 10, breaking lines with his lovely little intricate passes, to that single pivot in midfield.
He's got tall. Oh, good stop by the keeper. Has another go! He rises! And that's caused a worry or two.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
João Cancelo. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Foden. Bellingham receives it in a good position here. And it's Rice. Tries to pass it through. Portugal yet to have an attempt on goal. Played out towards the right wing. He's in a great position here. Now that is a hefty challenge. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Lofted in. Oh, smashing header! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Kane clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And here's Saka. Kane. Oh, good take in a good area. Played into the box. Up he goes! In he goes again. Goal, England! There is the breakthrough. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
And it's been taken short. And he's gone backward here. Shot, surely! Oh, good effort, he got plenty on that.
João Cancelo brilliantly took control of that, which was exactly what the situation required.
Alexander-Arnold.
Portugal are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Big chance! They've scored! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. Simplicity itself.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Vitinha. Rafael Leao. The ball is loose and the chase is on. England were a team looking for an outlet, and it seems, Jim, as though they've found one.
Yeah, and if that allows them to get people running at and even going beyond that defence, then you can start asking more questions.
Foden. Out to the right. That'll be a corner. It's their second corner of the game. Bruno Fernandes plays it short. Portugal awarded another corner. Corner number 3 coming up. They've played it short. And the finish! He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Well, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Now it's Bellingham. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now that looks a decent ball. He has found the way through. Goes for goal! And the ball's come loose here.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit hard. Be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
He's found a way through. He can get that clear. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Now it's Foden. He's shifting through the gears here. And that has put paid to that. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Portugal really are lucky not to be down by more, Peter. The manager's going to have to come up with something a little special to lift these players. Otherwise, this one's as good as done.
There's the start of the second half.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
This contest, Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And he goes cross-field. Rafael Leao. And it's... Now Gonzalo Inacio. Time and again they are repelled. Foden. And it's Rice. Stones. It's Saka. Looking for options for movement. And he's onside. And he's managed to get free. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Just eases him off the ball. And he's forced to go back.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
Pedro Neto. João Neves.
La asistencia a este partido.
And it's Neves. Cristiano Ronaldo. Good effort from distance. And a terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Over to the left. Now it's Foden.
Oh, great feat, that.
He is through here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Rafael Leao has it in a wide position. And they've got rid. Palmer. Saka. Now Foden. Now it's Bellingham. Aims beyond the defence.
That's positional goal. He utilised...
He's had a shot! Relentless! Just relentless! Up by 3. They have their boot on the throats of their foes. That was easy, almost too easy.
Kane really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
A case now of complete control. Bruno Fernandes. And it's Neves. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo! And the keeper has shown real class. He had to be at his very best.
Portugal are stuck in a rut, and impatient putts at goal won't really help their cause here. They need somebody to communicate.
And he certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. And that's going to be a booking.
Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Rafael Leao. Great chance! And yes, it's there! A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
So is this the start of a comeback? Stones. Alexander-Arnold. It's Saka. Stood up well to him there. Gonzalo Inacio. Now it's Kane.
That's going in strongly.
Pedro Neto. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Rice. Bellingham. Eze. That has been slung wide. And it's Lewis Skelly. And that's a throw-in. Couple of changes then in quick succession.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Cambio de jugadores en Portugal. El dorsal 23. El dorsal 18.
And he's managed to gift it back.
El dorsal 7. Cristiano Ronaldo.
Conceição receives it in a wide position.
El dorsal 6.
Bellingham.
El dorsal 26.
Out to the left it
El
goes.
dorsal 11.
Nice bit of skill, and he's away. He's got away. Lovely pass, but... And the shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
So there's going to be another change here. Gonzalo Inacio for João Cancelo. João Neves. And it's Neves. Conceição. Rashford. Gallagher. Stones. Yehi. And it's Gallagher. England finding their passes. Nuno Mendes. And João Palhinha. Oh, good spread. And here's João Felix. And there's the shot! Just swings wide.
Oh, did the keeper have that covered? I'm not sure he did. I think I need a replay on that one.
No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. And that is as far as it goes. Well, here is a defeat that may hit them hard, and you can sense that all around us. Things going pretty awry, and the outcome in the end, virtually unavoidable. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do. Looking pretty...
So hello and welcome one and all on a night which is anything but welcoming. The rain is tumbling down here, you can see it against the floodlights. It gives an added sense of drama to a game which was already in itself deemed dramatic. The conditions here will play a substantial part. My name's Peter Drury and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, the atmosphere, Peter, certainly doesn't feel like a friendly. We all know.
Takes the shot! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Ruben Dias. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
This guy, Declan Rice, is a player I really rate. With him, you get exactly what it says on the box. A workhorse defensive midfielder who likes to stay in the deeper part of midfield, knowing his primary job is to make sure he shuts down any build-up play in that area.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. And we have our very first corner. Bruno Fernandes plays it short. And he's heaved it away. And it's Mendes. And now a sudden chance to counter. Rice, distributed tidily. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start.
Cristiano Ronaldo! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Cristiano Ronaldo has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Alexander-Arnold.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
He's had a shot! Goal! England! England take the lead. Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Kane really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
A 1-0 lead established.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less. Portugal really can't go chasing this game too soon.
He's one-on-one, takes a shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Kane with the delivery. João Neves. Played out to the right. That has been cut short. Yeah, he's fouled him there.
England really have found that they're getting more space out.
Could be danger here. Not quite on the same wavelength. Bruno Fernandes. Rafael Leao providing an outlet on that flank. João Cancelo is in a really good position out wide. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Vitinha. Pedro Neto. Bellingham producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Palmer. Nuno Mendes. And it's Vitinha. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Saka. Alexander-Arnold. He is through here. And it's Lewis Skelly. Looking for the run. Pedro Neto picks it up out wide. Palmer. A heavy challenge. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Just 5 minutes left until the break. Oh, cracking ball. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Can he get on the end of this? And the finish! It's off target and by quite a way.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Lewis Skelly. Now it's Bellingham. Rafael Leao. And the through ball. And the shot! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Alexander-Arnold. Saka has created one goal already. Tries to play it through. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Here we go again then.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of...
Oh, shooting chance! They've done it! They are right back in business.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These... Get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
England really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Foden has it out wide and in space. Here comes another. He gets big. Oh, crossbar! Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. João Cancelo. Vitinha. And Mendes. Rafael Leao.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Oh, he's been caught napping. Point-blank header! Just off target.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Saka. That is good strength. João Neves.
Portugal have clearly reached a level of comfort in this half. Why not use the impetus to plough on?
Picked out brilliantly. Poor robust challenge.
This is the time you need that pace.
Back into the middle. Oh, it just needed a better touch, and you could see his annoyance.
Oh, what a dampener that was, just when we were hoping he'd turn up the heat.
That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. The referee's come over. It's a red card. Portugal are down to 10 men.
La asistencia a este partido asciende a 98.004 espectadores.
You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
Pedro Neto. And it's Cancelo. Vitinha. Palmer. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card. So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, he's someone renowned for his pace and those darting little runs, but also for being a very good ball carrier as well. They want to add more dynamism to that front line.
Stones. Oh, good spread. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
He's in a great position here. Great ball, and he's in here. Chance! Goal, England! And again they hit the front. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down, deserve goal.
And just to confirm that the referee did issue a yellow card for that earlier incident. And it's Bellingham, out to the right.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
He's gone for goal! Oh, good effort, he got plenty on that.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Lewis Skelly. Stones. Rice. It's come to nothing.
England clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Gonzalo, he's tried one! And that is doing no harm at all.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
Bellingham. Not the most convincing of passes. Alexander-Arnold. Well, that is one way to stop him. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. He's on it. Can he get away? Good ball, good take. Eze. The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
At least they're going about it as they should, having brought this on themselves.
It's a pretty loose pass. Vitinha. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Bellingham is fouled. He knows what's coming. A second yellow, and he's off. Well, the players are making their point, but the ref clearly isn't interested. He's waved them all away. Well, they are now a 9-man team. Rice. He has found a way through.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Well, that looks a decent ball. Foden. Now it's Kane. Now it's Eze. Alexander-Arnold. Saka. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. And he's going to have his name taken.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
He's gone for it! Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties. Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Rashford. And a chance! He scores! And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. A momentary lapse, mercilessly they were absolutely lethal.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
He is going into that little black book. And that will be the final act. Well, that's a tough one. Losing is never good, but this one feels especially hard to take. Not a lot that went glaringly wrong, but... So hello and welcome one and all on a night which is anything but welcoming. The rain is tumbling down here, you can see it against the floodlights. It gives an added sense of drama to a game which was already in itself deemed dramatic. The conditions here will play a substantial part. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And we rise now for the English national anthem. Quite some performance, and now here comes the response. It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
Well, the atmosphere, Peter, certainly doesn't feel like a friendly. We all know about the quality we have on show here, so I hope that the crowd demand as much as they can get, and I hope the players will oblige on that.
Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Foden has it out wide and in space. Diving header! Goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Spectacular header. He really flung himself at that.
Well, he had a choice to make. He could have gone with his foot, but he got it absolutely right with that diving header. Brilliant.
Portugal are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. João Cancelo. Not the most accurate pass. Foden. Can he get it through? Played into space out wide. Oh, played through for the wide man. Vitinha. Rafael Leao. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Bellingham. Now Foden. Saka has it in a wide position. Thinks about the shot. Bellingham! Now, who's going to be first to this? It's gone in! He's put through his own net!
I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
Pedro Neto. And it's Cancelo. And he's picked it up out wide. Ball comes in. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all.
Portugal are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Played back in. And that pass just didn't quite work. Saka. England are looking lively here. They're playing with more zest, more purpose.
They are, and it's all because of the movement we're seeing down the flanks, and I think they look as if they're going to cause some real problems to that opposing defence. Both flanks are working quite well now.
Now that looks a decent ball. Vitinha picks it up out wide. Bruno Fernandes. Driving through the middle. Kane. Foden. Rice. And it's Neves. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. He's having a go. Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, if they hope to have any chance of turning this round, they have to abandon their shoot-on-sight policy. It's just not working.
He's in a great position here. He's been bundled over. That is a foul. Oh, that's a booking. Always looked it. Rice. Nice interception, well timed. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Yeah, listen,
Great chance! Kane gets flagged offside. Nuno Mendes. Bruno Fernandes. And he's forced to go back. Vitinha. Oh, good spread. This might spell danger. Can he finish? Really well taken goal. Back to within one. Interesting. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Portugal are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Well, that is one way to stop him. And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. And it's Palmer. Foden. Portugal are still behind as we reach out for half-time. And it's made its way to him. Oh, that's a fine challenge. Saka showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Bellingham. Bellingham was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Saka. Threads one in. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Pickford breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good on...
Ruben Dias with the foul. Oh, no messing about, it is red. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass and a tricky one at that.
El dorsal 14. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 4.
Great vision.
El dorsal
Nicely
5.
worked.
El dorsal 13.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Luis Skelly. Portugal can, of course. And we hit half-time. So, engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one.
Portugal would seem to still be getting over the OG. It was an honest mistake, and they've got to move on.
There's the start of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Now it's come to nothing. Portugal with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Vitinha hangs in a cross. Gehi gets it away. Crossed in once more. That's a decent clearance. There will be a throw-in. And it's Dallo. Played in deep. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. Saka looking to add to his goal. Aims beyond the defence. And that's aimed into the middle. Brilliantly cut out. Well, they are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune, pretty sharpish. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Alexander-Arnold looking for options for movement. Rice is offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be. Been there, done that, unfortunately. You immediately want to have another go. Believe me on that.
Takes a shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out!
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Portugal still have the cards to affect this game.
Yeah, and I think if you're looking for change in a tight game like this, Peter, it's all about getting the timing right.
Now it's Saka. And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card. Bruno Fernandes. And it's Dallo. Pedro Neto. It's a throw-in. Kane. Bellingham. This is gone, that's a foul. No second thought, a straight red card. Well, they are now a 9-man team. Stones. Out to the right.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Diogo Dalot. Pedro Neto.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And reclaimed it in a trice. Looking to play him in. And the through ball.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Palmer gets into a good position. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. Saka! And that would have won it.
Saka really should have done better there. I just hope for his sake that he doesn't live to regret that.
Rafael Leao looks to get on the end of this. Bruno Fernandes.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
That's a cute ball. That's the keeper's ball. Now it's Pedro Neto. Engages and forces him off the ball. Portugal must do something here, and very quickly.
Well, it's looking like too little too late, but they are giving it all they have.
Bellingham. And it's Lewis Skelly. Nicely weighted ball. Can he latch on to this? Oh, good take in a good area. And he's got his cross in.
England nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Now it's Rafael Leao. Nuno Mendes. And that interception was most necessary. Foden. Decent progress down the left. England can make their change now with a break in play.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Foden looking to run onto it. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. He knows what's coming, a second yellow, and he's off. Well, the players are making their point, but the ref clearly isn't interested. He's waved them all away. Portugal are now down to 8 following the sending off. He's had a shot! Oh, just wide. Oh, he got...
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Into stoppage time, very little left on it. James has crossed. He's got full! And that is the last effort of the game. Well, that turned out to be quite a game. Both sides committed, determined, driven. And whilst you might argue to the contrary, perhaps a fair result on the balance of things. Portugal really did suffer for their lack of numbers here.
Well, to be perfectly honest, Peter, it was...
Well, welcome everybody to what is a really important game, which is going to be played here in conditions somewhat suboptimal. The rain is falling heavily, the players are feeling it on their backs, and soon the pitch will be evidently much wetter than is perfect. It's going to be a test for all involved. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Oh, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans seems to shoot! So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. João Neves. That's really well manoeuvred. Now Gonçalo Inácio. Ruben Dias. That's good running with the ball. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Stones. Alexander-Arnold. Mendes does really well to win the ball there. Oh, that's fabulous. And he shoots! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Portugal with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. They've played it short. Now this could be a chance. Nuno Mendes. England have the chance to go the other way. He's found a way through. Bellingham into the channel. Oh, he's found support out wide. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Nuno Mendes. Portugal are seeing plenty of the ball, but for now they trail. Saka carries the ball down the right. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Pedro Neto. Gehi tries to clear. That'll be a throw. Bruno Fernandes. Portugal. Cristiano Ronaldo! And he's there to belt it away.
Portugal are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
And it's Bruno Fernandes. Oh, nicely intercepted. Distributed tidily. Now that looks a decent ball. He has found the way through. Rafael Leão! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
Well, it wasn't the best pass, was it? The apologetic look says it all, really. He knows he could have got his team in real trouble then.
Alexander-Arnold. Saka. That's going right the way across. Now it's Foden. He's a sharp little ball here. England have themselves a corner, I think. Yes, they do. And now a sudden chance to counter. He's having a shot! Rafael Leão. Good running, strong and purposeful. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Going for goal! Oh, crossbar! And it's in! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
So that's two now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go.
João Neves. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Tries to play it through. Inacio cuts it out. João Neves. Portugal are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. Now that's well seen too. Gonçalo Inacio. Palmer. Couldn't squeeze it through. Nuno Mendes. And here's Bruno Fernandes. Aims beyond the defence. Flashes in a chance! Really well taken goal. Half-time imminent. What a time to score. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
Now it's Kane. And he's had a hit! A collective sigh of relief from the defence. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
And the game has already resumed here.
Portugal really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Yehi. Rice. And the pass is intercepted. Played into space. Saka in acres of space out wide. Can he finish? It's loose now and they want to get it back. And the shot! Well, he should have done better and he knows it.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
João Cancelo. Now it's Foden. Portugal have got it back and they'll have another go. Now Ruben Dias. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Easy enough for the goalkeeper.
Portugal clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
Gets a good foot in there. Over to the left. And the counter-attack is on for England. Great vision. Diogo Costa breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Portugal have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
England finding their passes. Nice try, but he wasn't buying it. Saka. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, shooting chance! This time, surely! Oh, taken with style! Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
Decent chance! It's off target and by quite a way.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Bellingham. Rice. And he's had it nicked away. A probing pass. Hoisted, he's had a shot! Bellingham. Yehi. Rice. Alexander-Arnold. Knocks it into space. But that has not gone well. Ball is over the line. And he's cut it out. Now it's Kane. Saka. It's a pretty loose pass. So much time and it's Kane! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Pedro Neto. Nicely weighted ball. Pedro Neto. Oh no, what is... Rafael Leao! And yes, it's there! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm.
A header! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Rafael Leao really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
It's their second corner of the game.
Portugal really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Oh, that's a fine interception. Rice. Not the most accurate pass. Nuno Mendes. Bruno Fernandes.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Here's Rafael Leao.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
João Cancelo.
Habrá 3 minutos
Added
de
time
descuento.
going up here, it's 3 minutes. João Neves. Rice. Bellingham. Palmer. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Vitinha gets across to intercept that. Not the most convincing of passes. And we're done. Portugal perhaps feeling a little aggrieved with this final score. They clearly feel that their efforts warranted something more. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, the surprise for me was seeing a team look so feeble in what is usually a strongly protected area. But the centre of their defence looked open and very, very unsafe.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening.
Que guarden cola de forma ordenada si van a hacer uso de nuestros puestos de comida.
Well, the weather here today is not playing ball. We have heavy rain. The pitch underfoot may very quickly become soggy and difficult to play upon, and the players will soon be soggy themselves. It is more than damp, and this will examine the fibre of both sides. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to... It's Kane! Oh, it rattles the bar! Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And the finish! He's done very well to get to that.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
England with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. It's a mighty effort! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it. Bellingham. And it's Palmer. Now it's Pedro Neto. Stones kept his eye on it, and he's there. That's a good ball out wide. Saka.
That's good play from him.
Takes the shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Threads one in. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
One of the game's best ever, Cristiano Ronaldo. He brings a power to whatever he does, and his unquenchable thirst for goals is always an enjoyable sideshow. It's very rare he fails to leave his mark.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives in. It's a searching pass. So nearly the perfect ball. Nuno Mendes. Portugal yet to have an attempt on goal. João Cancelo. Now it's Neves. Bellingham did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it. England were a team looking for an outlet, and it seems, Jim, as though they've found one.
Yeah, and if that allows them to get people running at and even going beyond that defence, then you can start asking more questions.
Stones. Palmer. Saka. Looking to play him in. This looks promising. And he welcomes it in. Tries a shot! Simplicity itself.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
England are in front now, the game's only goal.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Portugal really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them...
He's had a shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And he's managed to gift it back. Foden. João Neves. And it's hoisted clear. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. And this is Kane. João Cancelo. João Neves. Looking for a runner. It's beautifully weighted. Real chance! They've scored! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other.
He rises! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. Rice. Gehi. Rice. Palmer. England finding their passes. Ooh, a delicate chip through. Well enough, he's had a shot!
João Neves actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And it's Bruno Fernandes. Spread neatly. It's a corner. Oh, it's come off the upright. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Kane. Foden. Oh, that looks a cracking ball.
2 minutos de descuento.
Mendes makes the interception. Picks out Palmer! Priceless from Palmer! And that is stunning. Just too hot to handle.
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
Gol de Inglaterra. El dorsal 24.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Ruben Dias with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. And that's going to be a booking. And that'll be the final action of the first half. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
There's the start of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Gonzalo Inacio, not the most accurate pass. Played into space. Bellingham looking to get on the end of this. And a chance! It's their second corner of the game. Nicked it back promptly. Now it's Palm. He's going for goal! It's wide, but only just.
He's not happy, and you'd expect that, but at least there's plenty of appreciation. It was a genuinely fine effort.
João Cancelo. Gonzalo Inacio. Palmer. Tries to play it through. Chance! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Rice has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Gonzalo Inacio. Portugal needing a change of fortune here. Pressing high and with purpose. Now Ruben Dias. Pedro Neto. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. And it's Neves. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Pedro Neto.
Such good technique.
Elects to cross. He's got full. It's hit the crossbar. Oh, brilliant! stop from Pickford. Has a shot. Didn't get it right.
Well, you can't fault him for his confidence, nor his willingness to have a go at that.
And the pass is intercepted. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Oh, some tackle that.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Bruno Fernandes. Nicely weighted ball. That is a crunching tackle. Rafael Leao unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Showing good feet. Engages and forces him off the ball. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Strong running down that left flank. And no, he's seen through all of that. Now the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
And he's made sure that's not getting through. And that has been clubbed away. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Out to the right. And here's Neves.
Portugal really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Now it's Bellingham. Now it's Saka. Saka. He's found a way through.
It was indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that.
There will be a throw-in. Alexander-Arnold. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Just 5 minutes remaining now. Pedro Neto. João Neves. He won't be happy with that one. Rice. João Cancelo. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. And he's quick to snatch it back. Great vision. And played right into his path. In time it goes the whistle. A game of margins, of thrills, the sort of game that is a great advertisement for our sport. Sad in a way that somebody had to lose. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Portugal just may have felt a little extra pressure in front of their own fans that caused a nervousness and tension.
Well, welcome everybody to what is a really important game, which is going to be played here in conditions somewhat suboptimal. The rain is falling heavily, the players are feeling it on their backs, and soon the pitch will be evidently much wetter than is perfect. It's going to be a test for all involved. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this. A capacity crowd here.
Well, on the face of it, Peter, we would appear to have...
Decent chance! It's in!
Well, what a statement of intent. Who better to be the one to have the first say? A cracking opening to this game. Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
El dorsal 9.
For Rice. And he cuts out the supply. Diogo Costa. Ruben. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Vitinha concedes a free kick for that. And he is going into that little black book. Portugal are seeing plenty of the ball, but for now they trail. That's a delicate pass. That's been cut out, well played. Knocks it into space. Can he latch on to this? Oh, important interception. Foden.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Saka showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Pedro Neto is onto this. Gehi. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Cristiano Ronaldo. Can he finish? And it's in! They have come roaring back!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
That has certainly made things interesting.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant. Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Oh, that was vital. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Pass somewhat off target. Rafael Leao is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Oh, this looks sharp. And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. João Neves. Pedro Neto. And that is expertly dealt with. Saka. England are looking lively here. They're playing with more zest, more purpose.
They are, and it's all because of the movement we're seeing down the flanks, and I think they look as if they're going to cause some real problems to that opposing defence. Both flanks are working quite well now.
Oh no, this does not look good. Pedro Neto! He tried the chip, but it wasn't his best.
Well, the correct option was taken in the circumstances. The correct execution wasn't.
A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Gehi calmly anticipates. 5 minutes till the break. Bruno Fernandes. Looking for the run.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And the pass is intercepted. Bruno Fernandes.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
Can he get on the end of this? Brilliantly cut out. Well, that pass isn't the best. That is ended up in no man's land. And there's the end of the first half. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think the manager should be pretty happy that his side managed to come in on level terms. A little against Eliza, and I think we're in for an exciting second half now.
Portugal are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score. So we're just settling back into this second half. Aims beyond the defence. Tries to play it through, and he's worked it through. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. And that's definitely not his best. Foot in. The ball has bounced loose now. Saka. Great vision. Ruben Dias does well to get it back. Ah, good steal. He just read it. Rice. Palmer receives it in a good position here. Palmer was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Well timed, excellent interception. João Neves. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And that's put paid to a promising move. Now, can they get him away? Gehi cuts it out. Foden. Now it's Foden.
Oh, great feat, that.
Lewis Skelly. Lewis Skelly unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. João Cancelo. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
João Cancelo. Ruben Dias. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Pass is just off target. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace. He looked rushed. He should have waited for some movement.
Nicely weighted ball.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
And it's safely in the keeper's hands. Gehi. Rice. Now it's Kane. Threads one in. And a chance! Goal! Portugal! And the game is well and truly turned on its head.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
Portugal go into the lead.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Passing is crisp and sharp. Nuno Mendes. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. It's a promising position. Rafael Leao. Blocked, but at the expense of a corner. Portugal with the corner, they're first. Bruno Fernandes with the short one. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Foden. Now it's come to nothing.
England really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Vitinha gets across to intercept that. João Cancelo.
That's going in strongly.
What a throw in. And he's managed to gift it back. And he's forced to go back. João Neves. And it's Cancelo. Ambitious ball here. That's the keeper's ball. Foden. Tries to pass it through.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
England have a free kick. Well, some of the players here are letting their emotions get the better of them. They do have to be careful. This must not be inflamed any further. Now, this could be a pivotal moment. Dying minutes, free kick, great position.
England really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Now it's Pedro Neto. Oh, Red, nice interception. Looking for options for movement. Can he get it through? No, that's been intercepted. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. João Cancelo. Pedro Neto is in a really good position out wide. Bellingham. For Rice. Distributed tidily. And the referee brings it to a close. Portugal have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance by any measure. Cristiano Ronaldo picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Terrific recovery, a really fine win that, Jim Beglin.
This has been a very composed response when trailing. There was no sense of anxiety, just a belief to stick to the